Slide this forward. Alrighty. We're going live. Let's get into position, please. Okay, we're live. We're just going to move you guys forward so you have a better view.
It's pink leg stand. You want okay, so? Okay.
Just a minute. Getting the technical difficulties all sorted out. Exciting. I promise you the videos are worth it. Okay, great. So let's get into our swings. Awesome. Just making sure everybody can hear us and can see us. Camera's looking good. All right. I promise you the videos are worth it, especially when you're reviewing. So it's really nice to get those in order. Will you just hit play for the other one for me? I'll let you lead track of that. Let's all come to center. Standing in the center of our mats, starting to breathe, starting to fully arrive. Thank you guys for being here. Day 2. So find your pillar, right? Let's just do a quick 5-minute review. Okay, and so with our pillar, we want to remember that our head sits directly over our body, right? So that's a really important alignment tip. And I'm going to do a little game with you guys to begin, where we're actually going to press our heads into a wall and really get that sense and that feel, because we're going to build on everything that we learned yesterday. Okay, I'm going to just change this real quick. Angle it so it's centered. There we go. Everybody gets centered. So not only is our head sitting on top of our body, but does anybody feel different in their shoulders? Does anybody feel like their wings are on their back more? I woke up this morning, even though it was a pretty intense night, I was like, oh, it just felt so open here. I felt like there was new space. How are you feeling?
My dog's having some issues.
Yeah, and so what I noticed when I was in my meditation this morning, woke up at 4 a.m., was like, okay, it's a new day. I noticed that there was a lot more space. There was a lot more heart opening. There was more room for me to become present with my emotional body. So there's a lag in the emotional system. That means we kind of build up and we have like a residue. This makes sense? So even though we're in present time, our being is in present time, our emotional body is like all the way back here. And it keeps kind of reverberating through our experiences, right? So I was just allowing my emotional body to catch up with me. And then everything was fine. I swear to God, it was a miracle. Like, it was like, everything's fine. It's a new day. And so that really helped. So know that you're doing that big and deep work by creating this alignment in your body. You're letting there being a shedding process, an opening process, and an aligning process. These are all really huge, So we're here to create space for that. It's a safe place for us to feel all that. So Charlotte, let's get the head over the body even more. Maybe there was a lot of thinking that just happened there, right? Maybe even that conversation triggered something, right? So when we think, all of a sudden our head kind of starts, leading the way. So can we be present through our entire posture? And we're just going to try that today. And if it's difficult, we'll just come back to it. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, that's for sure. But we're going to keep tuning just over and over again. Keep tuning to this possibility. Okay? So we're going to review all of the alignment principles. So heart lifting, head in line with the body. We're going to add on too. So the trick is, can we take what we already learned yesterday and start incorporating it with new. Because sometimes it's like, nope, I'm gonna have to wait. Just let's do the new. External rotation, get the lats and the wings activated and on the back. Breathe into that new space. And then we're gonna create grounding, right? So really let your legs, your lower body be more involved in this process, okay? So even though there were just a few cues yesterday, they're really not only accumulative, but they become more potent. They're like a symphony in the body. And what I noticed yesterday, and for whatever reason the music isn't turning down, so maybe you can turn it down on your phone, but I think we're good, but I don't want to like compete with the music. So what I really got yesterday was that there's an orchestration in the body, and that orchestration is a beautiful dance between all the pieces. And sometimes we become parts, right? And we're becoming these integrated whole beings in this process. So I was really inspired to share that with you. That to be a good teacher, you know, when we're wanting to be a good teacher or we're concerned with being a good teacher, you can have it on low. Thank you. We want to memorize the poses, right? Or really kind of create a good sequence. But I invite you to fall in love with the swing. I invite you to fall in love with the practice. And then you can fall in love with your body. And it's not about the way you look, it's about the way it feels. And if you feel the swing and you feel this openness, then that's enough. And then you can share that with others. You give them permission to feel their bodies and allow for that openness. And then you're an amazing teacher. Okay, so that's my philosophy. That's what I'm offering for you guys to take away. If you want to become a good teacher, just allow yourselves to feel your body and enjoy the practice. Fall in love with it. You know, I really love the swing. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but it's a really big part of my life, and I would be doing it anyhow. Like I would come and train you for 12 hours straight anyhow, right? And so if you're doing something that you would do anyhow, then you know that that's your passion, you know, it's your heart's desire. So that's my little spiel that I wanted to share that with you. That's what came through in my meditation. Okay, so today I took all kinds of notes because I am a crazy note taker. This is doing something. I just want to push that down just slightly. Okay, so I'm going to start with X Factor. I know that's kind of a big pose to start with, but today I'm going to mix in both therapeutic and advanced. And I went through it, I'm like, what poses can we do that translation? What poses can both be therapeutic and advanced? And that's really tricky in a way, but because it's Sunday, it's our last day, it's day 4, we're going to learn just a little taste of the advanced, and then we're going to look forward to doing, you know, a whole nother day of the what I call the advanced plus, which can be the acrobatics. Okay, does anybody have any questions or a pose or something that they want to share before we drop into our warm-up lap?
I have something. I noticed that when I woke up this morning, I felt like I was an inch taller.
Yeah. Isn't that lovely? Without doing anything. So you guys know angles, right? And so if your head is sitting directly over your body, that's your tallest position. If your head is coming forward and you're losing about a ½ inch to an inch, when you go to stand up, you gain that space. And we have some lovely tall friends here, and a lot of people have been like slouching down to kind of join us, you know, as little people. But I really encourage you to like, no, stand up, you know, stand in your power, stand in your strength, because it is a habit. And I think that's why you've learned to just bring your neck forward, you know, and it's let yourself be in your, this is your power center. This is your kind of, your pillar is your center, your power line. So I just think it's really important to give us permission like that, you know, come back into our center, come back into alignment. And that's in everything.
I was just going to share something, if you're done.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Just last night I was in the swing and just playing around and I found a pose, like a similar pose, but in a new way. It just, I'm still amazed at like how much I've been in swing and years of practice, but I can still find a new way to be in a pose that feels great. And I love that like continual creativity.
Infinite ways to play.
It never ends.
It never ends.
And I love encouraging that, conveying that, like in teaching, and I think that's really satisfying for me too.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and I'll repeat it for our live stream friends. And thank you guys watching at home for your patience with our process too, and everyone here being so gracious about us sharing with the world and how potent that is to really expand to being a global family, a global community, and learning from each other. Because even when you take this live, whether you're here with me or at home, you're in the field with us. You know, we're collaborating that way. It's a beautiful experience. So Sam was saying that he was amazed that when he got home, he was playing around with some things and he was able to do something new, like a variation on something that he's already done, and how that there's always more. There's always this, I call it infinite ways to play. That's what the quantum playground is. But it's never ending and it keeps growing, and it's like you never get there. You know, you're never done because there's always more. Is that a good summary? Beautiful. Well, awesome. Well, let's warm up with one another. Unless there was anyone else. Is that good? Yeah. And let's just be present. You know, let's just be present with our bodies. Let's just enjoy today, right? Don't worry about memorizing all of this. You know, this is why I do take the time to record it and make it available for you. This is for you. You know, let it be for you. And I'm going to demo X Factor because it is a big pose. And then I'd like for you guys to follow along on the second one. We're all going to stay facing forward. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me, put the leg loops on. Okay, and jumping into X Factor is kind of a big deal, but we're going to go for it. It's going to both release the upper and lower body. So I've been thinking about the ultimate 5-minute workout, and we're going to do that today. I'm going to show you a restorative or more therapeutic version of ultimate 5-minute workout, and then a more advanced. So X Factor can be therapeutic. So let's just do the real restorative piece first, and then we'll build on. So watch for the first round. I'm going to put the leg loops behind my back, like I'm putting it on like a t-shirt. And then second one, behind my back. It's important to make sure your leg loops are low enough. So everyone check your own swing, or check your neighbor's swing to make sure that the leg loops are low enough. If they're too high, I didn't check everybody's equipment today. It's just like, okay, you guys had the warm up lap. Yeah, good. So now I'm pushing down. It's way more comfortable to be low on the back. And then my elbows go in this little space. It's kind of like they're grazing the inside of the outer leg loop and transitioning to the shoulders. And then I pull them away from the neck. It's kind of like I'm placing them on like a harness. And then what I'm going to do from stand is I'm actually going to kick the swing forward and get my leg up there. Okay, I'm going to keep holding on. Just watch for the first one. And then I'm going to bend my knee, my standing leg, so I'm right underneath my plumb line. I don't want to kick my buddies. And then I'm going to lift my hips and lean back. So the key is I put my little shirt on because if you have something to slide, it's going to feel better than if it's on the skin. You just get a deeper golfing session if it's on the skin. Now, chillaxing arms is a great option here. I'm really wanting to look back behind me. And then from here, maybe a gentle rocking from side to side as I go into my fishtail movement. And then this can happen from the knees. So we can bend the knees and straighten the legs, just like we do from floating Buddha to chillaxin when we're all the way at the feet, even the arches of the feet. That's way more intense, more pressure here than when I'm at the knees. So there's less pressure. So this would be the shoulder squeeze, okay? And I can always pull those apart, place them right on the traps. It's really intense. So why don't we just do it a little step by step, because otherwise we'll, be waiting for too long, but we're gonna go into bluff bug and then the big squeeze into our inversion from there. So I'm just gonna reverse it and come on down, and then we'll start over from the beginning. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, so let's do one leg loop at a time. So it can turn into a little bit of an entanglement program. So let's get that behind our back, right? Both arms through. And so Lori and Sam, you're gonna be my eyes watching everyone. Make sure we have our lovely assistants again. Make sure everybody get those on behind the back. And then second one, behind the back. And then get it nice and low. If I don't get it low, it's gonna kind of compete with the boobs. It's gonna underneath the brow line. And then I get my elbows on the inside of the outer leg loop and press them away. And then they slide onto my shoulders. Yeah, good. Keep leaning back the whole time because you want tension on those so you can actually feel exactly where they're going to land. Yeah, everybody looks good. Oh, wait, get in there.
Yes.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, both of them. Yeah. Okay, so now what you want to do is kick the swing forward. Okay, push the swing forward and get your foot up there. Okay, lean back. Yeah. Yeah, lean back. Yeah, good. Now we're going to bend the standing leg, right? So we don't want to bump our buddies. And then come up. Both feet in the swing. Lift the hips and lean back. Oh. Yeah, you can bend the knees if you need to. Yeah, there you go. Or just sync up like Legos. You can just hold on to them.
Is there a good way to like bring it lower on your back from here?
On your back?
If it's riding up.
No, it's supposed to ride up. It's like, yeah. It's across your shoulders. Yeah. Does everybody have it on their shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
Arms are overhead. It's a big squeeze, just like the name implies. And then chillax in arms if you'd like to try that variation. So good. So you get to decide how much weight is on the top of your shoulders by how much you push your hips up and arch back. Everyone arch back even more, like really arch. Yeah. Not with your neck, but with your heart. Does that make sense? Now that we've been talking about this stuff, and we're gonna, like I said, come up and do that little exercise against the wall. See how it feels. Everybody slide to your knees, and notice how that's a little less. So that can be a little bit easier. Sometimes from stand, trying to even get the leg loop on can be a little challenging, so we can do it from sit. So what we're gonna do is reverse it so that we can do this from a sitting position. Okay, so you're gonna let your feet come down towards the ground. Keep pushing your butt up so your feet come down towards the ground. Just keep the legs straight. Once the swing is underneath your bum, you're gonna hold on to the swing and come to sit. Okay, and now you can start out in this position. Okay, if anybody has trouble kicking their leg up, we can actually sit in the swing from the get-go and put these on and go from there. So why don't you guys just hang up here? You don't have to take the leg loops off because this is vital to our next position. So we don't have to get back into it. But let's just say I come in, instead of from stand, I'm coming from sitting in the swing. I'm putting these back on just so you can watch. If you need to practice it again, it's okay, but just watch and just notice. That's why I put my hair up, where things go. And then I like to get it nice and low. It really makes a difference. So there's an X in front of me, which is why we call it X factor. And then I have an extra leg on the side. So you can trace it from the carabiner if you get confused, the outer leg. Elbows go on the inside and then rotate those to the tops of the shoulders. Okay, from here, I'm going to come into left butt. I'm going to let this slide above my bum. It's very important. So it's watch for the first round. So once it's above on my hips, I'm going to press the swing away strongly. So stand beneath your plumb line, but hop. So this is when we use our core. We hop and get our feet together. Everyone's watching for the first one, please. Come on down. Okay. So once my feet are together, I'm going to reach up for the outer leg loop and pull. So I ask you guys to watch because then when you're upside down, you can't see me. And then it's easy to miss a cue. So let's just try to do it step by step, get a visual, and then we get to do it together. So I keep my knees bent. I can roll in and look towards my navel. This is like a little bug. That's why I call it love bug. And then I'm going to inhale and arch and press both my knees open and my wings open. Right? Remember all of our cues that we work on, where we're pulling our shoulders down our back, opening and moving from the chest, letting the back of the neck be long, head in line with the body. Just see if we can incorporate those. So this is our big chest opener, shoulders. And then what I'm going to do is straighten my legs towards the sky, so they're out in a V. Try not to wrap them. If you get them caught in there, it's not very fun when you try to come out. And then I'm going to pull straight up and down and arch. Same external rotation from the chest. Did you guys see that movement? Different. And then it's going to be the big squeeze. And this is no joke. This is really intense. So first step, the therapeutic. Now we're moving into an inversion. So now all of our weight is right here. There's so much tension that sits in the neck and shoulders. So incredibly healing for the body. And I just see how I'm like looking from one direction to the other direction. Just play with that. Whenever you're done, you can just let your butt drop. Okay, start to bend the knees, feet together, back to my chillaxing arms, and then I can undulate here. Now how we're gonna come out, and this is still kind of advanced restorative, is I'm gonna take these leg loops and slide them onto my waist. And now I have what I call a girdle. So Sam, just follow along, honey. It's a little distracting in the back, you know, just wait for everyone. So what we're gonna do is hang out here and just let the lower back open, because today we're focusing on lower body, right? All of number 2. I don't even know what's coming out of my shirt. Okay, and then if you want, you can do all your leg variations from here. Do you guys remember all of this with the wide straddle, butterfly? So we can do all of our variations from here, which is really fun. When we're ready to come out, we're gonna bring the legs wide, bicep curl, balance, scissor down, and just kind of hang out for a moment. You're gonna have like this whole birthing process that needs to happen. So you're gonna come out through the center and just release. So you memorized that, right? We're ready? All right, so let's do it together. Let's just enjoy the journey, okay? Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the swing press down so it's at my hips and then underneath my bum. So we're all hanging out here. So keep your feet on the ground, okay? Feet on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the leg loops overhead. So put your arms through like you're putting on a t-shirt. 1, and then 2, and then press that down. Okay? Once you press that down, get the outer leg loop onto the top of the shoulders. You gotta lean back to see the X, yeah. So otherwise, you can't see the outer leg loops. So X in front, and you throw the shoulders. Put them on the shoulders, yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you don't keep tension on them, then it's easy to get lost in there. Okay, so now the swing has to be above our butt. Okay? Once you get it into position, it's kind of locked in, so make sure it's in a good spot. Press the swing away strongly. So be right underneath your plumb line, and you have to hop, right? It's a really strong core activation. Wide and around, we hook the feet. Yeah, that's it. Press the swing away and hop. Yeah, press the swing away. Yeah, press it away. Yeah. So Lori, come on out and give, so above your butt, Lizzie, come on back down. See how important that is? Come on, get the swing above your butt. See, it's under your butt. Push the swing so that, yeah, see where it is on me? Transition, lean back into it. Lean back with your arms straight. Yeah, so hands have to be lower to get your feet around. So let your hands be lower and push away.
That's right.
Yeah, press your arms straight, push them away. Bring your hands lower. Slide them down and push them straight. Thank you. Okay, good. Now hop up. Yeah, and wrap your legs around. Yes, feet together. Yes, feet did it. It seems like the impossible task. All right. So Lizzie, now you're gonna let your hands release and just point them down towards the earth. Down towards the earth. Yeah. And let the swing slide down your back. Press it down. Press your hips forward. Just, yeah, that's it. Good. Good adjustment. Knees are wide. Arms are overhead the other way. Try the other way. Yes, just like ladle. Awesome.
Are we pushing our hips up?
Yes, push your hips forward for when we're up, and then exhale, curl in. This is a very exciting pose, I know. So chillax in arms, curl in, take a break. So this is the restorative, right? So when we curl in, it's the close. And then when we arch, we open for an inhalation. Arch and open. Yeah, arch and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, arch and open. That's it. Exhale, round in. Hang out here. Just hang out in your left foot for a moment. Maybe this is really intense and you just need a little break. You can kind of wiggle a little bit from side to side and pause. Let this be a relaxation pose. Maybe you don't want to go any further for now. Maybe you're like, I'm cool. So just hang out in your left leg and watch me. If you're ready to move on, we're going to straighten our legs towards the sky and bring them wide into a V. So my arch, the arch of my foot is on the outside of my swing. Yeah. So push your feet out, Amy. Push them away. Yeah, you don't want to get those hooks. Okay? You're nice and long. Okay. You too, Liz. Push your feet away. Yeah, that's it. Okay, reach up and grab for the outer leg loop. Outer leg loop. Yeah. Pull and come straight up and down. Pull and arch. Yeah, head points down.
Yes. So you're gonna have Lori and Sam. Sam, bring your legs wide and on the outside. Yeah. You're kind of entangled in there. Okay, and then arms come down towards the ground. Ooh. Yeah, big squeeze. Yep, you're good.
Is this X Factor?
Well, the whole thing is X Factor. The X Factor is a sequence.
Got it.
No, that's good. You have it. You have it. Just bring your hands down towards the earth. Yeah. Right. Look from side to side. Look over one shoulder and then the other shoulder. Oh my goodness. Keep pushing your butt forward. Arch the whole time. Yeah. The arch is from the back of the heart. Can you find that external rotation? That's it. That's it, Petra. That's beautiful. Ooh. Whenever you're ready to come down, just drop your bum. Keep your legs straight at first. Just drop your bum back to chillax and arms. And then bend the knees. Knees go wide, feet together. Back to left foot. Oh my goodness. So we can undulate. Just watch me. So yeah, watch me for this one. So if we wanted to undulate back and forth, we would arch and then just curl in. Arch and curl in. So you can come back into the tension on the top of the shoulders and take a little break. So you can go back and forth a few times if staying up is too intense. And then when we're ready, we're gonna straighten our legs again. Make sure they're wide because you don't wanna hook them. Make them wide, okay? And then the leg loops are gonna slide onto the outside so that you can let it gather at the waist. Just put them on just let them drop down.
We just take our arms up.
Yeah, just bring them through the inside and then press the leg loops down again, just like we did to get them on. Yeah. Legs straight. Awesome. Now we can bend the knees and feet together again. I just didn't want you guys to get entangled in there. Okay. Push that down a little bit more, Carolyn. It's going to feel good if you just, in the back, push that down some. Can everybody feel the big squeeze here? Yes. So amazing. So again, if we just hang out here, lots of healing will happen for the back, for the neck. Clasp the elbows and hang. This is like peaceful warrior, right? We're mimicking some of the poses we've done before. Awesome. Now being upside down is very intense, so we don't need to stay here very long to get a big effect. So why don't we reach up and grab for the swing, whatever you can hold on to. Legs are gonna go wide. Bicep curl, sit up, balance, and then scissor kick. Down and stay seated. I'm gonna turn around so everyone can see me, but stay seated, please, before you give birth. There, just stay seated. And just take a moment to see how that felt, okay? So seated means you bend your knees and you drop your bum. Yeah. There you go.
So we get out of the X.
Not yet. No. Just stay. Just give yourself a moment to acclimate. It's a lot. Yeah, usually head behind, Lori. Awesome.
This is so nice to see.
Yeah, it's a little much with all this stuff, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn X Factor. Well, we're gonna watch X Factor in the advanced version. Not everybody needs to do X Factor in the advanced version, but it's an option. So we wanna make sure that we know how to do it. Okay, so you guys ready to just watch? You can come on out. Give birth, just go through the center there. Yeah, that one. Come on out. Yep, good. Yeah, you're welcome to stay and hang stand if you like. Okay, great. Thank you. Let me just make sure, because I keep getting these stings, which are people telling me that 8 minutes ago they lost the volume. Let me make sure the volume is working. Yeah, can you make sure, make sure that that's done. Mm-hmm.
Does anyone feel cold?
You feel cold?
Only if others are. I can turn it up a little. Okay, we'll begin as is then.
Something also stopped me. Oh, it lost internet connection. No, it didn't.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Bob was like being our cue here. Let me make sure that I turn off the volume for the actual computer so it stops clicking, and just make sure Bob is my go-to guy to make sure that we have everything working. So yeah, I just want to make sure you guys have volume and that you can see and everybody's good. And then we're going to watch. Yeah, and if you could just follow along, Sam, and just make sure that that's playing, that would be wonderful. Are you getting volume? Yeah, thank you. Okay, great. Just making sure before the end of the day, the videos were like not crap. Oh, that was very exciting. Okay, good. So something's not working. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna get into X Factor once again, but I'm gonna face you. Okay, so just watch. It's just nice to watch and follow along. Sometimes we'll actually want you to practice with me, but then it's hard. Can you tell when you're upside down? It's very distracting. It's hard to see. When we do a variation, you don't want to lose a hook for sure, but also you don't want to get entangled. This one's more like, we don't want you to get entangled. That's why we want you to follow along. So I'm just gonna sit in the swing, because either way is good. Remember, this is the advanced version. So we might not be ready for advanced, but we can put this on our little list to try later. Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit faster into it. Okay. And then I'm going to do a big sit-up. I'm going to reach for the swing and pull myself up. We're going to learn how to come into our high flyers and do a big sit-up. Trust me, I will teach you every little step by step. Eyebrows are all up in the air. Then I'm gonna get the leg loops around my waist and I'm gonna hold on to them like they're brakes. Okay, still good? Awesome. I'm gonna lower myself down, okay, nice and easy. And then I'm gonna girdle. Does this look familiar? I have like earth falling out of my shirt. Okay, so I hang out here, I do all my awesome leg stretches, variations. This is a really good one. This bow is amazing for the hip flexors. And then I'm gonna reach for my butt. I'm gonna grab that outer leg loop. I'm gonna get my foot through there, and then I'm gonna come to sit. And this time when I come to sit, I'm gonna wake up in chillaxin. And if we can get here, I'm gonna tell you this is like the best thing ever. We have this energy, inner spiral. This inner spiral, can you guys kind of get what I'm talking about later? So we have this inner spiral, the energy pulling towards center, and then we get to push and pull in the space away from that inner spiral and start to use different muscle groups. And then of course we can do floating Buddha and all kinds of variations here. Ladle, it's gonna squeeze everything towards the center line. Feels really good. We still have our outer spiral of the upper body. So if we can get here, it's really worth it. But there's a cheater. See how my leg loops are right now? Just say, you're like, there's no way I'm doing a flip, right? It's just not happening today. We haven't learned the acrobatics yet. So what you're gonna do is get your leg loops on like this, okay? Let's all just try that. For those that are like, I'm not interested in flipping yet, let's just see if we can figure this out. Because what I did is I was like, well, let's just reverse engineer it, you know? How did this happen? So we're doing an X Factor with this swing. Okay, so I'm gonna take one leg loop and I'm gonna thread it through. I'm gonna take the other leg loop and I'm gonna thread it over. And then I have my X. Okay? So there's a little bit of a cheater there that we can do. So don't worry about it if you don't want to do the flip. We'll just have you come into this position and then we'll get you all sorted. But for now, let's go back in. Anybody want to try it? I do. Yay! Okay, good. If you don't want to try it, it's 100% okay. I want you to just hang out and keep your X, if you could. You're welcome to hang out and Zoom or anything else too, but we're going to try to get you back in your X so when we flip into that chillaxing pose, you can join us. Because then it's like, oh, I'm missing that part, okay? So don't have to do the acrobatic, but get ready to join us in that place. And if you took these off and you have trouble getting them back on, then I'll hop out and help you. And then we have our lovely assistants. Okay, get the swing underneath your bum. Okay, We're just sitting in it like a swing. So Larry, will you hop out for a second and just see if anybody needs help yet? You guys are welcome to hop in once everybody's there. If anybody feels like they need a buddy or a spotter, don't be shy, just raise your hand. I'll give you a buddy. Okay. Get the leg lifts on, see if you can talk yourself through it. Behind the back. Both of them. And then leg loops on top of the shoulders. Leg loops on top of the shoulders. Okay. And then swing above your bum, so across the hips. You have to transition it, but keep leaning back so you keep tension. And then it's going to be above the bum. You have to push it away. Keep your hands nice and low. Lower. Yeah, push them nice, get strong, right? Hop up, widen around. Immediately straighten your legs towards the sky in a V. In a V. And then you're going to reach up for the swing and pull yourself up. Reach up for the swing, pull yourself up. All the way up. Keep going. All the way up. Yeah! I'm lost. We have to wrap your legs around. Straighten them out. Wrap them around. Yeah. And then reach up for the top of the swing and pull yourself up. I know, just pull yourself up. No big deal. Everyone's like, ah. Yep. Lift and then press. Yes! Yeah, high flyers. Now you're gonna let. Yeah. Now I know this is very exciting. Thank you guys for staying with me. We're gonna let the leg loop slide around our waist. Okay? Leg loop slide around the waist. So take them off the shoulders and let them be around your waist. Yeah, like that. One at a time. Yeah. Good. Now you're gonna notice that you have breaks. You have one break and then two breaks right in front of you. Accelerating. You guys are doing it. Press your arms straight. Mimic me. Charlotte. Oh yeah, it's a little tight. Well, the faster you use your brakes, the faster we can come down. So push the leg loops forward. Press your arms straight. Press them straight. So get them in the middle. Both of them in the middle. So you're on the outside. Get your hands in the middle. Press them straight. Quicker. And then you lower. Straight down, lower. Bend your elbows, lower, lower. Yes. Elevator down. Woo, we made it. So now we're in girdle. Very exciting.